Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic. Coming to you with a little update on baked beans. So, a couple of things right off the bat. I don't know if you know, but I am a mod on there. Have not been paid. I'm sure I will at some point. I'm not really too worried about that. I came over and modded for this protocol because I believe in Jack and really liked his Frosted Flakes protocol, which unfortunately has met its demise just recently in the last couple of days. If you are inside that one and aren't inside the Discord, come on by. Jack is definitely trying to do some great things, but anyways, that's not what this is about today. We're on baked beans. So with this one, it is originally the original baked beans was a ROI DApp, or sorry, a miner. This one is an ROI DApp. Basically, if you don't know the difference, it's a fixed APY. So you're earning 3% daily. You can increase that through referrals, but the actual protocol itself is earning 3% daily. Whereas the old protocol, if you bought beans earlier or later in the protocol's life, your beans would be worth more or less based on how big the TVL has grown. As it grows, you earn less, and so it becomes harder to ROI. So it was quite Ponzi-nomic based and made it really hard for the people that came in late, and the starting people benefited more. With this one, no matter when you get in, you get the same amount of beans, so you have the same advantage as everybody else. Obviously, as the protocol goes on longer and longer, the chance of you ROI can get harder in the sense that the protocol may not last as long. This one here, though, with the name behind it, and as you can see, as the protocol is done, we're over 4,700 BNB, which is over 1 million. So it's done quite well for itself in this market, and they're really looking to keep pumping this and keep growing it, and keep paying out. The big thing with this, a lot of other systems inside this one that Jack has brought to the table to make sure it's far more sustainable, using things like rewards are not paid out directly to the person. They're kind of built into the contract and go into your BNB invested, basically, as well as a whole bunch of other myriad of things to make sure that this one lasts a lot longer than the old one. Now, the old one lasted a pretty long time, but your average system like this does not, without a lot of these protocol sustainability measures that Jack has put in place. So one of the same original founders of this one, but as I said, a lot of changes done, and he's a big believer of the referral systems and longevity and really marketing to pump the project, which he's done well and continues to do well. So a couple of things that are common things inside the Discord. Some people are having issues or have been issues now and then with the referral codes not copying. The big thing is the whole wallet address has to be here. Some people are getting wallet addresses copied from this. Sometimes that happens with things like let's say you copy it from Telegram or from a Twitter feed, or even sometimes I've seen on my YouTube channel, I've put a full link in there, and for some reason YouTube's shortened it up at some point. I don't know if it's random or what, so what I'll probably do is do shorter links, but just keep that in mind. If you don't have the full wallet address in here, then unfortunately it's not going to work. So you do need to be aware of that when you're using somebody's referral link. Obviously mine will be down below. If you'd like to use it, fantastic. If not, no big deal. I'm just doing it. It helps support me and my journey, just because I'm not monetized on my YouTube channel. I'm still looking for that. So this kind of stuff does help pay me for my time. If I added value, great, use it. If I didn't add value, or you don't care to use it because of whatever, that's totally fine. Doesn't bother me none. So a couple things here. So this is my BNB invested. I actually put in 2 BNB, so it has now increased by 1.2. On top of that, I've got another 7 here, so I've almost doubled what I had in my TVL. That doesn't mean that's money I have. Obviously, I have to eat in order to pull money out. So over time, I will be doing some eating. At first, I did a bunch of compounding just because I got in early. I feel like I had a little bit of time. That's not usually how I run these protocols. These are high-risk protocols. But this one, I did do a tiny bit of compounding at first. I will start pulling out now. And basically, to do the pullouts, and part of it was my timing. Unfortunately, I'm bad at managing my own stuff, good at giving people advice on how to, not financial advice anyways, advice on how to do theirs. So there's a couple of things to notice here. And in the Discord, under the facts, the FAQ, you can find this table. This table is very important. If you do not eat at the right times, you will get a massive tax put on your the food or the beans that you're eating. And the big thing is, if you are thinking you're in the 0% one and you're 1 minute late, this is a computer program, guys. It's got a contract that's written. It literally is programmed to do a certain thing based on certain ones and zeros that are inputted into this thing. You cannot expect at 240 hours and 1 second that this will pay you without jumping down to this 90% tax, has-been tax. So please be very cautious with this. You can see your time right here. So what I will be doing in this particular case, because I did miss it, and it is my fault. I was away, I think, or something. Anyway, something happened and I missed it. I think I was away for vacation. So at sometime between 4:56 and 4:58 on this timer here, I will then eat to get some of my ROI back, and then possibly do a little bit more compounding or rebaking, sorry, and then go back and eat again. What you have to realize is I put 2 in. I benefited somewhat from these referrals, I'm sure, but I don't think it was a massive benefit. And I could do the calculations. There is a calculator in the Discord too, to try and see how much I benefited, I guess, from the referrals and stuff. But basically, I should be close by my 450 hours to maybe 1 BNB, which I'll have half my ROI back, which technically at 3% should take you about that 30 days and change. So that's realistic that I should have that. So I will eat the next time once I hit that timer, and then possibly maybe rebake for a week again, in which case my next time that I do an eat after a full term, I should end up getting the rest of my ROI back, and then can alternate is what I probably will do. Strategies for you guys, you can do a bit of everything. The other thing too is when you do eat, and it's not a bad idea to redeposit some. That will help increase your total ROI. So if I take, let's say I get 1 BNB back and I'm okay because this keeps rising and rising, what I may do is take half of that and put it back into the protocol. So now my total investment becomes 2.5 BNB, which then I can multiply by 3 and get 7.5 BNB in instead of 6 back out of the protocol, because you can always get 3 times what your initial investment is. And so when I eat and then buy more beans, that adds to my amount that I can take out from the protocol. So when I can do that, that's always helpful. Other than that, like I said, this table is in there. So if you happen to miss this one, the 460 to 480, and it's 481, and you have to wait, then this is what your time is, and then this is what your time is. Basically, you're just taking this time and multiplying it, and multiplying it by however times you've missed. So if you multiply it by 2, it's 480. You multiply it by 3, it's 720. You multiply it by 4, it's 960. And you can keep doing that for yourself. So just pay attention to that stuff. It's really helpful to make sure that you make the best decision for yourself. As for how you play the game, as I mentioned, it kind of depends on you. You can compounding at the front. Compounding is king within reason, but as we all know in DeFi, getting your ROI also is pretty important, especially with everything that's going on in the world, or in DeFi. I do not feel that there is really any risk of this project rugging. BatBean's the original was around for about a year, 6 months of real hardcore earning, but it's been around for a year, so there's no risk of him running away. He's in this space. He's a trader as well in this space. So kudos to him. I don't think there's anything really for us to worry about there. So we've gone through the has-been tax. I've told you about the referral codes. The other thing was just some strategies, which we've kind of gone through right now. If you are using your phone, the other little tidbit that I want to make sure you know is you do want to use the MetaMask, and I'm assuming it's the same with Trust Wallet, but you want to use the MetaMask internal browser. I think we're getting some new investors or people that maybe haven't done these kind of apps, and when you're using your phone to do your investing, you want to make sure that you're using the MetaMask web browser that's built into it to do your investing, because otherwise it doesn't link properly with MetaMask and you're going to have issues. So those are the big things I wanted to get through. As for strategies, like I said, a lot of it just depends on what you want to do. If you were to decide to go to straight I want an ROI first, which I totally respect and understand. Then what you can do afterwards is do a little combination of maybe 50-50 rebake and 50-50 eat beans. The nice thing there is you'll start building yourself up a little faster. But I do recommend thinking about the fact of reinvesting money, especially if you're getting close to your 300% return, because you want to keep building that so that you can keep growing. The other thing that you have to be aware of is the max 200. So 200 BNB is your kind of max wallet size. So once you've hit a certain point and you're earning any more than that, then it's going to be wasted dollars. So you either need to set up a second wallet, or you need to or you're not going to really get too much out of it. The other big one to keep in mind along with that is the max rewards you can accumulate at any point in time is 5 BNB. So when you're accumulating your rewards and you're increasing, you got to make sure that you're not going above 5 BNB in your 9 days, because once you start doing that, you're again wasting funds. Now, I say wasting, it helps the protocol sustainability. So this is not a bad mechanic to have in place. It's one of the other ones that really helps create the sustainability inside this protocol. So with that, if you do start accumulating over that, or if you think you're going to get close to that because maybe you're getting referrals and whatnot, then a second wallet can be an advantageous thing in order to help kind of spread yourself out a little bit. And a lot of people do take advantage of that opportunity with these kind of protocols. I think that's really about it. That's all I really wanted to go through today. If you found any value in today's video, please do like it, because that always helps the protocol get noticed more. And obviously the subscribe button and bell notification are helpful to me in order to help grow my channel. I really do appreciate going through the stuff that I'm doing. I try and add a lot of value when it comes to advice and input, and not just shilling projects. Yeah, we had some more things on the go, and more AMAs for you guys, which hopefully you enjoy. And anything you want of me, please let me know. What I did add as well is there's a Telegram link below, which I've opened up. I've just started it. There's only a couple people in there right now. I will be looking at doing a Discord page, as I mentioned, that is actually in progress. I'm building it right now. I think I'm going to partner up with one other YouTuber in particular about this, which I'll announce more later when we get closer. And that's about it. So thank you so very much for joining me today. I'm going to be starting a really neat, I think a neat new segment that I'll do probably weekly. So I look forward to bringing that out to you hopefully sometime next week, probably very early next week, but we'll see how time goes. Thanks, guys. Sorry if I've been babbling. It's been a long day.